So we're sitting at the fire station one day doing chores in the afternoon. It was shortly after lunchtime, and when you heard three beeps go off, you knew that meant that there was a medical aid or a vegetation fire or a fire or an accident of some sort. And then you waited to hear where the call was from, and sometimes you'd hear the lookout tower say, hey, we've got smoke showing at this degree for how many miles. Well, that particular day, the mountain lookout tower that kind of watched the area that I worked in called out a smoke check, so we could go to our board and we could see from where they were to where we were. We knew our degrees and mileage, and they put it in our station's coverage area, so before they dispatched the actual fire, we could get a jump on it and start headed that way. So it was within our area, probably about, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes from the station. Because like I said, we were out in rural country, and it took a while to get anywhere. So we headed to the fire. We didn't have an actual street, but we could see the column of smoke. So we headed there, and they dispatched an entire wildland dispatch. And the other units were coming from like a lot farther away than we were. So we got there first, and it was a fire about a half acre to an acre big, and we asked for probably one more engine, I think at the time, and a chief to come out, and the rest of this stuff we could cancel because it didn't have the potential to go anywhere. So we put the fire out and worked it around a little bit, and it was in this duff, so it took a lot of water and a lot of work to turn it over and get it set up so that it wouldn't rekindle on us. And the second fire engine was still coming, but they were a long ways away. So we got the fire put out, and we rustled around. It's not tan bark, it's just duff that's on the bottom of the forest floor that just gets super, super thick, so it's hard to put out. So we worked it around with our hand tools, didn't really need to use a chainsaw or anything. So we worked it out, and then the fire captain that I was with said, hey, all the other units can kind of cancel because we have the help that we need, and we're going to be okay. The fire station was like 10, 15 minutes away, so if we needed more water, we could go get it. So about 10, 15 minutes later, everybody wasn't coming anymore. We needed more water. We had run low. We had 500 gallons, and we needed to go get some more. So we were just going to run up to the fire station real quick and then come back and finish putting the fire out. Well, the fire was out. We were just going to finish mopping it up and like putting it to rest for sure. Well, we took off and got to the fire station, and when we looked back, as we were pulling into the fire station, the column of smoke reappeared in the exact same location that we had been at. So we hurried up, got the water. We kind of kept it a secret. We didn't put it out on the radio that there was a column of smoke showing, because that's not something that you want to do. That's called a rekindle, and there's really no good thing that comes out of a rekindle, especially when you have to redispatch units that were already en route and you canceled them. So we go back. We get to the fire. It had indeed sparked up again. This time I was a little bit more diligent with the water that I had been using. So you don't turn the nozzle all the way on. You only do it like half or quarter of the way, so it doesn't use as much water. So the water you do have lasts a lot longer. So I did that this time with my partner, and we swapped back and forth hand tools and using the nozzle. And it was kind of a learning fire, and I was still brand new. This was in 1998, so I was still a new probationary firefighter. So they were kind of showing me some stuff, and we used it as a training tool, how to do things, how not to do things. And the captain was super nice and taught me some things, and we did some hand-line constructions, and Jose turned it into a little training session of how to do things. So it was fun. We had a good time. The moral of this story is always make sure you have water with you. Like, we used our 500 gallons of water, and that's acceptable because we put the fire out. It wasn't enough water. We thought it would have been. But even in everyday life, carry water with you. Like, if you're going to go on a road trip with your family, or sitting down watching TV, or even when you go to bed at night, have water with you. It's good to have, especially in the summertime. Here in California, the summers are, they're scorching hot where I live. And it's just always a good idea, whether I'm going to go pick up the little one from kindergarten, go home and have lunch. I've always got my Stanley water cup with me, full of water. Even when I go on road trips in the morning and this is full of coffee, I have water right next to it. It's a good idea to always have water with you. It doesn't take much. If you've got a plastic bottle that you can carry it with you, you're going to thank yourself on a short road trip, a long road trip. Yeah, maybe not if you're going to the grocery store, but typically I always take my water with me. You never know when you're going to get thirsty if you're on the road, and it's just a good idea to have, even in the wintertime, in those wintertime months, you know, you might not think you're thirsty, but if you're thirsty, it's too late. You're already on the road to dehydration, and you need to stay hydrated. So do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you like this video so far, because I really want you guys to hear all of my stories from my fire career, and comment. Do you take water with you when you go places? Let me know in the comments. I'd really love to know about this, and see how many people actually take water with them, or how many people think about it or don't think about it. Because if you don't have it, you're not going to think about it. If you do have it, you know what it's like to just, oh, I just need a little sip of water. We got 2-hour drive and I got water right here. We're going to be good. The kids will be happy. If you got kids, have them carry water with them. We always load the kids up with water. Yes, you have to stop and tinkle along the way. That's a given, but you know what? It's better to have to stop and do that than have the kids say, oh, I'm thirsty and it's 200 degrees outside and we're not stopping because we got this far to go. You already have it there. The kids will be set up, even little snacks for the kids. You never know what you're gonna need. I thank you for being here. I truly love you. I hope this video sees you. I hope you enjoy this new channel I've created, because like I said, I want to share my life stories as being a fireman and how I can relate them to everyday life and share them with you. I freaking love you.